Hi, it's time to cook again. I'm back. I know I've been gone for a while, but I want to make some cranberry orange scones, and I thought you might want to make some too, so here we are. They're really not difficult to make, and I love them. They're somewhere between, in my opinion, a cinnamon roll kind of pastry and a biscuit. So they're not quite as sweet, but they're not quite as dry. I love them. Anyway, today it's cranberry orange. So we're going to start by first putting in our mixing bowl 4 cups of flour. All-purpose unbleached flour is what I usually use. Okay. I have 1/4 cup of granulated sugar, 2 teaspoons of salt, and 2 tablespoons of baking powder. So that all goes in together. I'm just going to run this around for a minute to get it all mixed up. I'm going to add some more ingredients. There we go. Just going to let it mix up a bit. Didn't take long. Now we're going to add 2 teaspoons of orange zest. So you have to have fresh oranges for this, obviously. Just zest your oranges. Make sure you don't get down into the white part because that's bitter. Mix that up a little bit. Okay, next comes 3 packages, it's a 1.5 cups basically, of cold butter that has been diced. So what I did was I diced it early, put it back in the fridge so it would be cold, because it needs to be cold to affect the flakiness of the scone. Here we go. And that just goes into our mixer. Don't you love these mixers? They do all the work for you. Well, not all the work, but a lot of the work. Okay. There we go. And we're going to mix this starting low because you know we got flour. We don't want it all over the place. Till the butter is about pea size. You don't want it completely melted or completely mixed in. In the meantime, while that's working, I have 4 extra large eggs here that I'm going to lightly beat, just like this. I love this little bitty whisk. You know me, I like gadgets. Okay. Alright. That's basically it. I have 1 cup of heavy cream here, and I'm actually going, hopefully I got the right size here. Mix these together. Once this has become pea-sized pieces of butter, then we're going to put the eggs and the cream in. Okay, let's see how this is looking. Pretty good. It needs just a little bit longer. You can make all kinds of scones. There's a cinnamon scone. I mean, just about any flavor you want. I made vanilla last time. I just love vanilla, as you know. But this time I thought cranberry orange. This uses dried cranberries, and what we can do while we're waiting, I have 1 cup of dried cranberries here, 1/4 cup of flour that I'm going to pour onto the cranberries, and just mix it around. That kind of helps keep them from sticking together and hopefully not all falling to the bottom of the batter. Pretty simple, right? Okay. I didn't say this wasn't messy. Okay, I think we're about there. Got some pea-sized pieces of butter. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is slowly pour this in. This is the 1 cup cold cream and the 4 lightly beaten eggs, extra large eggs. There we go. That should be okay. Okay, we're just going to mix this to combine, and that's pretty much where it is right now. Alright, I'm going to now add the dried cranberries so that they will mix in. I know, it takes just a second, not too long. Okay, I think that's probably good enough. Okay, look at all that delicious dough. Let's see if we can get this off the hook. There we go. Yes, I'm just going to use my fingers. You could use a spatula, whatever. Like I said, I'm a messy cook, but I will clean up when I'm done. Not my favorite part of the project, but a necessary part. Okay. Excuse me just a second. Okay, what I'm going to do now is put some flour down on my counter so that I can work the scones without them sticking. Fortunately, I have a granite counter, so it's not going to hurt it. Now, most scones I see are like little pie shapes. This one actually calls for cutting it in circles, which you can certainly do, but I think there's a little more waste when you do that. So I'm going to finish working this dough together. I'm going to cut mine into a pie shape. There are no scone police, so I can do whatever I want. Okay, last little bit, I'm going to just work into the dough. Just knead it a little bit. It's not hard. Get all those good cranberries in there. I love dried raisins, and well, of course raisins are dried, and dried cranberries. I know some people don't like that texture, but you can always make a different flavor, right? Or just do orange without the cranberries. Okay, I think we're pretty good now. Pat that down. Sorry, I thought I had everything, but I didn't. So what I'm going to do is divide this in half so that my scones are not gigantic. I'm just going to divide it in half. Like I said, you can use cookie cutters if you want. Pat it down just a little bit. I always put a little bit of flour on my rolling pin. You'll see the chunks of butter in here, which is a good thing because that's what's going to make it nice and flaky. And you roll these out to about 1 inch. And need to try and make it as nice a circle as possible. I think we're about there for 1 inch. I'll give it a little roll. Okay. Now I'm just going to cut it like a pie. Right down the middle. A little flour on my knife. Right down the middle again. And then cut each of those quarters. Now these don't have to be a perfect shape. Like I said, they're no scone police. We're not being graded. We just want these because they're delicious. One more. Okay, now I'm going to put them on a pan, on a cookie sheet that I put parchment onto. Parchment's a wonderful invention. Definitely helps clean up. And I'm all about help with cleaning up. This will probably take 2 cookie sheets. Okay. Now to that, I'm going to put a little egg wash. This is just an egg that I've beaten up and added just a touch of water to make it easier to spread. And you just spread this on top of your scones. That gives us a nice glossy finish. And yes, there will be a little icing on the end, at the end, but this makes it really nice. And I'm also going to sprinkle a little sugar on here, so that will help the sugar stick to it. Can't have too much sugar and icing, right? Okay, sorry, let me grab the sugar. Now, I wouldn't want to overdo it, but you know, you put it however you like. I like a taste of it. I don't want it really sweet. I love sweets, and I love cinnamon rolls and pastries and donuts and all that, but sometimes in the morning I just don't want all that sugar. Just doesn't seem to suit me. Okay, that's it. Now I'm going to make the other round, and I'll be right back. Then we'll be ready to bake. Okay, here we are. I've gotten all of them. I ended up with 2 pans. These are going to bake in a 400-degree oven for 20 to 25 minutes. Make sure they're golden brown on the top, nice and fluffy. Then when we come back, we'll make the icing to go on top and we'll eat. It'll be great. See you in a few minutes. Hi, I'm back. Okay, so now we're going to finish the scones. Here they are. They're beautiful. Look at this. Isn't that gorgeous? Nice golden brown. Let them cool for 15 minutes. In the meantime, I'm going to make the topping. So it's a half a cup of powdered sugar, and yes, I sifted it because it just makes your life easier. And then it calls for 4 teaspoons of orange juice. So the oranges that I zested a while ago, I'm using for juice. So it's 4 teaspoons. Nothing like fresh orange juice, right? We're going to mix this up. And then we just drizzle it over the scone. Nothing fancy. But that orange juice will give that little extra orange flavor. So I got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, yeah, 8 in each, so that's 16 scones. And they're pretty good size. You could always do 3 rounds and make them smaller if you want, but they're so good, why bother? Okay, we're just about ready. Of course, once this drizzles, then you let the drizzle dry, and you're ready to put them in a Ziploc or an airtight container of some sort, if they last that long. Okay, here we go. That's all there is to it. Just like this. Whatever you want to do. They're so pretty. And they're so good. I mean, you don't have to eat these for breakfast. You can eat these anytime. Great in the afternoon with a cup of coffee or tea. That's all there is to it. Anyway, that's it. I hope you try them. Or try a scone. If you've never had a scone, you've got to try a scone. They're wonderful. If nothing else, go to Starbucks and have one of their vanilla scones, just so you know what they are. Anyway, they're very good. I hope you try these. I hope you enjoy them. I can't imagine you not enjoying them. Anyway, till the next time. Hope to see you then. Thanks. Bye.